What's up, Nikki? Nikki and Doris. How are you two? Alright, I got a brand new 1981 is what we're going with here. Hey, hey. She's purty. Good to hear, good to hear. These make cool rings too because they have this cool scalloped edge that turn out neat. Let's see if we can capture that here. But yeah, both front and back. Ask her if she wants this side to be out. Doris, would you like the tail side to be out where it says United States of America and $1? Or would you like liberty and the date to be out? Within God we trust. One will be facing out and one will be inside. Hard to capture, but basically we're punching the center out, so all we'll see liberty and date out. Cool. Easy money. Let's see if we got one of these. Ooh, nice. We actually have one that fits perfect. No centering issues to worry about. Let's see here. Kind of I think that'll be good. Actually, I like that a little more. I want to make sure the In God We Trust is out all the way. I don't want to cut any of that off. What's up, Karen and Q? How are you? Thanks for joining. We're making Doris who is Nikki's mom, a Susan B. Anthony coin ring. So we're just going to punch the hole in it right now. Holds it center, pretty much perfectly center. I see Jim's in here too. Welcome, Jim. I got my phone plugged in, so I'm gonna try to move this as much as I can without losing it, but I'm sure we'll drop it once or twice during this stream. Let me see here, what can I put here to make this not move? Hold on, guys, I'm having an issue with my cord not being long enough. Just move you guys back a tad. Alright, if you have headphones on, turn them off, turn them down, take them off. This is a loud process. I'm going to squirt some lube up here real quick. Goggles on. There's our little tiny center. Got all the centers from other coins and stuff in this one. So now we need to press that out of there. Just use this little spacer here to get that right out. And we have this. I really wish YouTube had a function to where I could touch the screen and it would focus, because it just kind of chooses what it wants to focus on, and I apologize for that. Yeah, this is Doris, not Nikki, right now, in case anybody's confused. Nikki's around, I'm sure. Alright. I think I'm just going to unplug my phone and just hope that it gets enough charge to it to keep us going here. But we are coming this way. I'm going to sand this inside up a little bit. Some steel wool to soften that up too. Alright, take it to the heat. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm not sure what this camera's capturing right now. I'm on the other side. Heating it up makes it so the metal's softer. So when we go to fold it, which is the term they use when we start bending it, it's softer and easier to manipulate. Otherwise, you might get splits and cracks right away. But as you can see, unlike the silver coin we did for Nikki the other day, this one turns black right away because it isn't pure silver. So that'll all get polished out, and these actually look really nice when they're done. So we are now ready to fold it, which I honestly haven't done a bunch of these, so it's going to be a learn as we go thing. So she wants this side to be out, so we're going to set it up like so in the cone here, or in the die. And we're going to use cones to start ringing this. step along. Kind of see what's happening here. I'm going to I'm going to heat this back up again real quick, guys, just to make sure it's nice and soft. Sorry, I was reading chat. Trying to keep up with you guys, but it's hard with the camera turned around. If I miss anything, just holler at me. I'm not going to turn the camera each time I heat it, because I heat it quite often, but just heating it for about 30 seconds. If the lights were off, it would be just a light glow of red. But with the light on, you can't really see it glowing, but it gets pretty hot. But we cool it down real quick in the water. I have forgotten to cool it down once. You only do it once, because it hurts like hell. Alright, we're going to use the same dye, but we're going to use a different cone, a larger size cone. Going to finish this up hopefully in this. It's as far as I can go with it. It's just sucked up all the way now, so we can't go any further. Can't stretch it any further using these. So we'll see where we're at size wise. I know we're gonna have to go to the stretcher with this one. We're sitting at a 4.5 right now. We're going for a 6.5. So we're going to take this to the stretcher for a little bit here. I am going to heat it again real quick. And this is where I have to really be careful with making sure I'm heating it enough, because this is where the splitting and cracking can really occur. Thin amount of metal, so if I stretch it too much, it will split right up. Alright, I think this is going to be the best we can go with, because the table's going to shake a lot, so if I move tables, we're going to lose you guys for sure. I think this will fit far enough down here to where you guys will see it. No, let me move it up a tad bit. Got better video setup than this. Oh, I have a ton of weird, crazy, cool shit in here. My room is like a odd museum. People say, what the hell is going on in here? Alright, I think you guys can see now. So I'm going to use this to protect the inner detail. I don't want to lose any of the detail of the inside of the coin with the metal on metal contact. This helps protect that. So I hope my arm isn't in the way too much, but for those that aren't aware of how these work, there's a rod in here that you can see moving up and down as I press. And it's shaped the same as the outside here, and it's basically just spreading these apart, allowing me to stretch this out. You can feel the metal hardening already, and it's a lot harder metal than pure silver. So I'm going to heat this again. think we have stretched it. Let me get my sizer out here real quick. So we've stretched it to 6 3/4 so far. I'm going to keep stretching it, even though our final size is going to be a 6 1/2. I'm going to stretch this out even more, so I have more room to work with when I shape the outside. So we can see what's happening here. Hey, thanks Q. See you later, buddy. Shape is starting to form, but it's real wonky. Obviously that's not a ring shape that we want to give to anybody. But size-wise, we're sitting at about an 8 1/4, and we're going for a 6 1/2. So I'm done stretching right now. We are now going to take it to the dies and shrink it up. So let's go ahead and move this back. What's up, Jim? I'm going to heat it again real quick, guys, and I think this should be the last time that I heat it. So I'll turn my flame off after this. So this is where we're at, and obviously this right side is much higher than the left side, or maybe you guys are seeing the opposite, but this side's higher than this side, so we want to flatten that out, and we're going to do that using a Swedish die. I want to protect the outside of this coin now, so that the metal on metal contact of the outside is now safe. I've got a Pierce or a 90% silver Lego man on my display behind me. Show you. My buddy sculpts silver art, and that was one of his early pieces before he got really good. He started doing these bigger ones. Stuff like this stuff in here. Cool shit. I do have a lot of cool shit laying around though. Alright, Swedish die. So these are the Swedish dies. This is a tiny coin, so I don't know how far we're going to get into it. It's not far. We can really press down there before we're at the bottom. But we're going to put it in so the bigger side is up to while we press it down. It kind of straightens oops, I'm way too high. So it straightens everything out here. So we're going to put it in like so into here. And find which die will fit proper, or push rod will fit proper. Probably start with this one. It's not going to go very far before I have to switch to a smaller one. far as I can push this one down. So we'll finish it with this guy. And yes, I have makeup pads, but they're for work. And the purpose of doing this is to flatten that side out, which we're starting to do, but because I can still see a lot of white in the tape, it tells me that there's still, we haven't pressed far enough. You can actually see the date, or yeah, the 1981 right here very lightly, if it would focus. So that part's pressed down, but where this white is, I want to see detail of that coin. So I'm going to continue to press. At the same time, we're not really messing with the size too much. We're still sitting over an 8. There's still some tape in there, so we're still sitting at over an 8. So we're safe to keep pressing. Might be as far as I want to go. Still have a little bit more to go, but now you can actually see more detail coming through, but there's still a lot of white. You can see the 1981 much more clear. You probably can't see it, but that's what's supposed to be happening here. Almost all the way down here, as far as we can press this guy. Alright. So now I can see pretty much all the detail through the tape. See the word Liberty. I can see the date. So I think as far as that part goes, we're done with that. So this is what we have. Still not the shape that we want though. But we still have a full size and a half to mess with here, which is good. So the last step is I'm going to wrap this again in some Teflon tape, which is just plumber's tape. This guy here. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to shape the outside. So where this sits now kind of tells me that I can safely push the other side down that far without messing up the shape. It's hard to explain this process, but basically I press both sides down to the same exact gappage, and that lets me know that the outside shape is proper. So that pressed this side down a tad, except I wasn't paying attention to how big that gap was. So yeah, both sides are pressed down the same, which tells me that outside we're good. But I want to check our sizing now. We're sitting at just over a 6, and I want this to be a 6.5, but I'm going to take a little bit of the inside off by deburring it to make it comfortable. So I'm going to shrink it down a tad bit more on both sides, and this is where this is important to press down to the both ends to the same size of the gap. I could use a ruler to check exacts, but we're just eyeballing it, and I'm only hitting just a tiny bit on each side. That is pretty much it. So the outside shape is done. This is sweet. So shape on the outside is done. Now we need to worry about the inside. So again, we're sitting at about a 5 3/4, but this burnt or reeded side hasn't been manipulated yet. Get this tape off of here. Hasn't been manipulated yet, so there's a lot more metal to take off on the inside here, where this side's been stretched and manipulated so it's thinner. We're going to take off about a 3/4 of a size using a deburring tool. So let me take this down a notch. Flip you guys around here. Go to the deburring station, where basically I'm just going to be taking shavings off. But I'm actually going to do this over the trash. Because this isn't the pure silver I'm saving right now. So I think you guys can see what we're doing here. So we're just taking little shavings of metal off here, and we're just doing it on this rim. We're not taking any of the detail off of the inside of the coin. Just making it more comfortable because there's a lip, and you don't want just the lip to your finger. You want all the metal holding your finger. Otherwise it's very uncomfortable for somebody. Alright, so let's see how much that took off. I'm hoping we're still not quite where we need to be. Perfect. We're still shy of a size 6. There's still quite a bit of meat on there I need to take off, I can feel. Right at a 6, and there's just a tad bit more to get rid of. My fingers are too big for this. It's hard to hold on to this little guy. Alright, let's hope this is a 6.5. That's where we need to get, right to that little line right there. Super close. And I'm going to call that it. Boom. Alright, so we're shaped good on the outside, we're sized on the inside. Now we just need to finish this guy up and make it look awesome. So to do that, go to the Dremel tool. Little sanding wheel. And we are going to sand the part that we just deburred and the cut side to make it nice and round. And paying attention not to hit any of the detail of the inside of the ring. Alright, how you guys doing? I haven't looked at chat at all here. Come on, pop up. Cool. So now I'm just going to take some 0, 0, 0, 0. A little nick there from this deburring. I'm gonna have to do that real quick over here. There's a little flick from me not hitting it smooth. Alright, where did that sandpaper go? Now we'll just hit all those sides that we just did, polish this guy up, be done. Be done with it. So you can kind of see the inside, what I was doing there, if we can get a good focus. You can see the shiny metal, that's kind of what we've been working on. Of course, the focus stinks. All right, the moment of truth. I won't have to patina it because it already has a nice natural patina going with it, with the dark background. So we just need to polish it slightly like this. reeded side up. I have my screen on the other side, so I can't see if there is any chat, so I apologize. Our cut side. And the outside. Like it. So right now, let's see if we can get a focus on this guy. Not that side. Focus is hard. So that's where we're at with it. We're gonna polish it up real quick. And because I have that nice patina in the background, I'm just gonna hit it light to hit the higher spots to make the metal shine through better. This is a nice looking ring, actually. I don't do enough of those. And just use a little polishing compound. Put some on my wheel while we're here. And this is where the coin gets really hot, so I gotta put on some gloves. Thing gets a couple 100 degrees. And the last step. My battery is... I'm literally going to lose you guys in this during this if I don't plug it in. I don't know why, but the last like 3 or 4% goes like super fast. Plug you guys in here. I'm gonna have to keep you back here. Apologize. I cannot, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just gonna polish the outside real quick. You might be able to see it. done. Hot. Come on, focus. Focus absolutely stinks. It's really pretty. I just can't get a focus for you guys. Damn. Let's just move around until we can get a good view, I guess. Well, I will take some good pictures and send them to you, Nikki and Doris. And anybody else that wants to see it, it'll be on my Instagram and Facebook, Luke's Coin Art. It's impossible to capture silver unless you have a good camera. It's like one of the hardest things to do. And it's really hard for me as a person that kind of relies on this final product to make sales. It'd be nice if I could have somebody see this. It never does. It never ever will with silver, unless I'm using my own camera and I can, because you can touch the screen a million times. The only thing that's going to happen is your guys' comments go away or come back. So, anyways, it's done. It is a beaut. So I'll get those pictures done. I'm going to do a little more polishing to it, and I'll get this out probably tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sure I'll be able to get a focus, so it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I got the whole set of those, Nikki. I got the Abbey Road, I got all their vinyl albums and stuff. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here and get some pictures of this taken. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the order, Doris. I really appreciate it. This thing is a beaut. I'm sure you will enjoy it. If there's any kind of sizing issues, just let me know. I can fix that free of charge. And anytime you need a polish or anything like that, I'll take care of you. Thanks again. Have a good one.